Attention. We now have control of your streaming device.
We are big fans of Mass Hydroponics. Whether you're a local in Massachusetts or accessing their full online catalog, they are your one-stop shop for all of your growing needs. Use code CC10 at mass-hydro.com.
What is going on, everybody out there in podcast land? How are y'all doing tonight? Happy Tuesday and happy holidays out there to you.
Fuck that. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Happy holiday. If you celebrate something else, that doesn't mean you can't be merry. That's what I always say.
Oh, but whatever happened to the days where, like you could just say Merry Christmas without offending somebody? Like it's, if you come up to me and say Happy Hanukkah, I'd be like, hey bro, Happy Hanukkah. I celebrate Christmas, so it's Merry fucking Christmas.
That's if I ever do get, a insulted response in I just say, well, that doesn't mean you can't be merry, you cock smoker. Fuck right off. Take that back home to your mom. No, that's not.
That's not how it went. Yeah.
No.
Sounded good though.
But yeah, welcome, Mass Hydro. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you guys?
Man, doing great.
Better than I deserve, dude. Better than I deserve. Yeah, we met you up for me at the Freedom Rally up in Boston. Good time, man. Real good time. You had a nice tent there. Meeting all the people.
Hell yeah. Gave some dabs away.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. Great to officially meet you. I already knew the big man Green there, but it was good to meet the crew. Good group of people.
Dude, it was fun.
Yeah.
Real fun.
You happen to be like the first booth that we like popped into. Because, you're right there. So we came in like, oh, shit, it's fucking Mike. You're like, yo, you want to dab? I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. It was a good way to start the event, man.
Yep. Yeah, we do what we can. All about helping people out and, giving back. So it's a nice way to do it.
Yeah.
It was little VIP pit stop before we really got into the thick of it there, you know. Got to fuel up before you hit the ground there. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it was cool to meet you, man. And so you know, we'll get into the all the grow talk, the shop talk, everything. Now, the first question we always ask though is, what are you smoking on?
So, gonna be smoking on a lot, but I just rolled up some Colombian Prophet, and this is a combination of the homies Dr. Dank, Well Grown Seeds. They made this. You should even see my fingers. Like I use a grinder, but just even packing it, my fingers are sticking together. So, Colombian Prophet. We still got some seeds available at the store, but yeah, this is something else. So, and of course, we got to go.
That's got to be a narrow leaf if I know my strain names.
It is, it's like a 60-40, so it leans a little bit, but it's pretty right in the middle, but it smokes more like an narrow leaf.
Oh,
So
I love those. Love those. Well, sativas is like that's the dead name, man. We can't call them that anymore.
yeah.
We go with narrow leaf varieties now, and that's just how it is.
Yep.
Get on board. No, but that's cool. It's what kind of terps you get from it?
So I get this is more of like the sweeter pheno. So it's like a candied lemon, candied citrus. It's like if you took your face and shoved it into whatever Skittles are made out of. So it's delicious.
That does sound goddamn fucking delicious.
Yeah, right. I'd take that in a heartbeat. And a
It-
nice cone. A nice cone to boot.
Oh yeah.
Is that one you rolled yourself or do you pre-pack?
Yeah.
You mean
I just pack them. I don't have time to.
yeah. Dude, I can't even begin to roll a joint, let alone a cone, but yeah, the cones are nice.
Yeah, I missed that day at school. I could never roll a joint.
But I feel much better knowing I'm not the only one out there. I'm not the only.
We're at an Emerald Cup, and Big Green Guy couldn't roll one either. He's like, I'm like,
Yeah?
dude, come on over, we'll fucking roll one up. And so yeah, you're not alone, man. I'm gonna get you guys some T-shirts. Hi, my name is Captain. I can't roll a joint, and deal with it. Something like that.
Like it's called not non-rollers anonymous. I don't know.
There you
I don't know
go.
what
Yeah,
the what the
We'll come up
what
with
the
something.
support group where
But,
we all got to get to. But the first step is at least to admit you have a problem. And I mean, you know me, can't lie.
No, it's too much.
That's cool, man. What about you, Monster? What you got tonight?
Oh, I am I'm getting retarded on the Dr. Dabber XS. I love this fucking thing. This is probably a little too much. It's awesome. Got some peanut butter breath rosin from Heritage Hash.
My God, take a shot, everyone out there.
And if you're wondering what it tastes like, peanut butter breath. It's like just rotten, funky, like nutty, kind of disgusting. But you gotta like that sort of thing. And as you know, I mean, that's kind of the joke around here. Monster loves the peanut butter breath, and I absolutely do. Everything about it.
What's up? So where'd you get the rosin from?
From the show at Emerald Cup.
Cool.
Yeah.
And it's a quality representation of peanut butter breath.
Yeah, so these guys here, there was an event before the Emerald Cup the day before called the Ego Clash. Kind of a funny name for a bunch of fucking, washers and pressers. They won the event, or like the main prize, with another rosin called Riddles. I did end up picking some of that up as well. It's extremely tasty. But I mean, I'm a sucker for peanut butter breath. You know that. So
Yeah.
that's the one I'm enjoying the most, honestly.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
And you're dabbing, no less. That's I think
Yeah,
that's
I
a
mean,
first for the show, to be honest. So
yeah. I mean, like I've said it before, I'm not a huge dabber, so the portable like e-rig device is perfect for a guy like myself. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I mean, last week, I broke out the torch and the nail, and like I'll take a dab every now and then. It's just not my jam. And to have to fucking not have to worry about that and just load the electronic device up and hit a button and go to the moon. I mean, it's pretty convenient. I like it. You'll never get like this like a torch dab hit. Like just you're not going to get that type of experience.
Ants is nice.
convenient.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it
what it's
is.
all
And
about, man.
this thing is badass. It's like it's portable. It has USB pass through, so I can rip it while I'm charging it. It doesn't spill. It's just a really fucking cool device, man. I'm very happy with it. Yeah.
The fact that you can't spill it, and you said what? It was like $160, so it's
Yeah.
under $10.
Yeah.
That's
My only thing is honestly, I wish I probably got the step up, the bigger one. Only for battery life, really. Honestly, like I can get through just about a whole day on this. I mean, I'm not like I said, I'm not a huge dabber, but but then you'd lose the portability thing, right? Like so, like I thought about everything. Like I was weighing the pros and cons, and I mean, dollar for dollar, I don't think you can get a better device for $160. It just simply works.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, did we get we got a frozen mass hydro? Wait, no, he's glitching back into reality here, back in the matrix. Cool.
That shit's so good it got his camera high.
The Colombian Prophet. Colombian Prophet.
oh yeah.
Cool name. Well, before I mention what I'm smoking on tonight, we are missing our beloved G3.
God rest her soul.
Sad night. She's all right. She's just feeling a little under the weather, and I just wanted to, clear up. She's not missing or anything. Yeah, she's still very much like found. She's just not feeling too well, and instead of putting her on and letting that already raspy voice just continue to get worse, we're just gonna let her rest. Even though I told her she, true champions play through the pain. You got to get up and run a lap, rub some dirt on it. That's what my football coach used to say. No, I didn't play football, but we miss you, G3, is all I'm saying. She'll be back next episode, guys, promise. And yeah, in the meantime, I guess I'll take over the I'm smoking on Meph's wedding tonight.
Nice.
Instead of G3, I have a freshly harvested Meph's wedding. So instead of you hearing her talk about it, now you hear me talk about it.
Now, obviously, it's not your first time smoking it. What's your impressions of it? Is it did the shit live up to the hype or what?
Man.
It's good. It's very good. Now my phenotype was weird, man. Like I don't know if you remember the pictures of it. She was tall, real tall, and that just apparently wasn't that common for that strain. And in any case, I'm getting a lot of vanilla and like just that baking spices kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little bit of bouncy balls. You know what I mean? That like those rubber balls where you put a quarter in the machine, you get that little bouncy ball. It's got that distinct kind of fake weird rubber smell, which combined with the vanilla is I'm digging it. It's nice and it's really strong. Yeah, I would say it's more on the wide leaf spectrum of things, and yeah, super frosty, nice and terpy. The taste, it doesn't carry over so much in the taste because we're talking about like kind of subtle smells anyway. Like it's not like one that smacks you in the face when you open it.
Okay.
It's one that you have to like let it rest to appreciate. Kind of a more sophisticated. It's not just like right up in there. Boom, like tennis balls and vanilla. Got to let it warm up a little bit, you know?
Oh,
So no, it's really nice. And so yeah. Meph's wedding. The buds are huge too. Buds are huge. Um so yeah. Very
nice,
good
brother.
one.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it?
Like overall, it's an 8, a solid 8, you know,
Ah,
ease of growing, like is what it says it is. I mean, yeah, it's a solid 8, 8.5, you know. There's nothing to complain about here.
mm,
Just like see, you know me. I like the ones that smack you in the face a little bit, you know. I like those.
that's what's up, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
like despite this one being like super potent, I would say, like, you know, I tend to want to trade a little bit off for the terps.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
That's
about,
just me.
Yeah, you want something that tastes nice.
that's
For
what
sure,
I'm all
dude.
about, man. Is the flavor like that? Like if I could, if it, like we said it before, man. If I could smoke something and like it has like a nice punch you in the face flavor, I can almost appreciate anything, really. Like something that makes me go, what is that?
Oh
Like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Makes
Just
you
want to be taken down to Flavor Town. That's just, you know,
yeah.
all my weed gets me high. I always say it's just like which ones smell and taste the best ultimately. But no disrespect to the vanilla and bouncy balls. It's a good one. It's a good one. So yeah,
Combo.
Meth's wedding, man. For I don't know if you've dealt with autos too much there, Mass Hydro. Um,
Not
Mephisto is like the premier breeder there. So yeah, I don't know. Have you ever grown an auto?
so. I've done some autos like years ago, and autos now are even way ahead. They when they were the first time I grew them out. But it's nice because if you do autos outside too, you can get 2 harvests in and an outdoor season. But Mephisto's awesome. Um, Night Owl, was kind of bounce off from Mephisto. He's awesome.
Right on.
And we have plenty of autos at the store.
Cool.
And I've heard great things about both of them. So my next round of autos, I'm probably going to run some in the springtime, do the same thing. But it will be those guys. I don't know what they do, but I've seen some people's plants, and they'll get huge plants, huge yields. So
Yes, indeed. I mean, depends, like depends on growing methods and all that stuff. But yeah, I've seen most people who pop one of these breeders autos tend to do really well. I mean,
I always
um,
crossed you with meth, man. Never had an issue with yield growing this shit. I mean, I had some ones that leaned on the smaller side, but they were super special. Like I hate the name of the strain, White Crack.
yeah,
Like white that shit there, man. I don't know if anybody here has ever grown White Crack, but that shit is special if you ever get a chance to get some of those beans. Not the biggest plant, but man, the just nice, tight, solid nugs of fire.
now
oh
when
yeah.
you guys do any training at all, or do you just
Well, that's a loaded question because I do, but Captain, he likes to go El Natural.
Right, like a big old bush, like Demi Moore, circa 1984. If you've ever seen that issue of Playboy, you know what I'm talking about.
I
um,
haven't.
But man, that was a bush. I mean, you know, that was a bush. Um, I like just all natural, like Monster said. I mean, not only is it I'm sorry, I Charles Budkowski, I see it was a penthouse. That was pretty funny. Oh man, the internet. It's on there still. It's on there. You can't hide it, you know, once you pose in penthouse, it's out there
Hey,
forever.
I'll arm wrestle anybody. Back in the day, Demi Moore was pretty fucking hot.
Dude, amen. I mean, you should
Phyllis, woman.
she likes a big bush too. I mean, we agree in that on that front. So, to, oh, people, I hear the keyboards out there typing into Google right now. Ah, man. But yeah, in any case, I think you're better served with autos not training. For a lot of reasons, man. I mean, like in most cases, you know, like yourself. I mean, it's gonna be one of your first grows with an auto. You know, like there's just kind of sit back and watch how it does its thing. Like the life cycle is really weird and condensed. And if you're a new grower or just new to autos, it's tough to really nail the timing of when do you train? You know, how hard do you go? And then like how long do you let it rest then before you come back and like do more training? There's a fine line between training an auto effectively and like stunting the hell out of it.
Yeah.
And I've seen people over stress their plants with what is supposed to be low stress training, right? It's just there's a lot of considerations, man. I would advise as your attorney to just let it do its thing, man. Let it be a big old Christmas tree if it wants.
This is what makes the show great. I would 100% wholeheartedly disagree with everything you just said.
Let's hear your argument, man.
Well, I've never had any issues stunting autos training them at all. I think if you get abusive with them, and you could possibly stunt them, but
You get your high stress.
What's that, Mike?
So instead of like a lot of people's low stress is actually they're being way too rough with the plant. So it's like it's actually
I mean, honestly, I think the other thing too is people way overthink the whole training thing. There can be huge benefits with even you know, this is how I fuck with photos too. I like to just keep bending that top branch over and making sure that the other branches can give it a chance to keep up with it. Other than that, you know, I don't really fuck with a whole lot of training. But just doing just that alone can give you some dramatic differences, especially in the yield department, because you give the other chances of the other branches a chance to catch up and think that they can become the tallest one. And when you bend that top one over, you're redistributing those auxins to allow those other branches to, you know, branch out, for lack of a better term. So
I mean,
but
so
if
I'm
you
sorry.
beat them up, you could definitely stunt them. But I don't know. I've never really had that problem just bending the main Kohler over when they're young, trying to get that thing to spread out.
I think I presume a little bit, you know, like in my argument kind of hinges on like, you know, assuming people are a little bit new to the auto, like whereas Monsta's like an old timer, like him and autos go way back.
old.
But
The other thing too, like I see people do though, is like I think is really stupid, like mainlining an auto. Like
Yeah.
It looks fucking cool as shit, but dude, you just you got a bunch of little tiny fucking Kohlers, like, right? But like you have a bunch of little tiny colas. That plant would have done way better and given you way more fruit if you had just kind of like left it alone a little bit. So there is a point though where if you push them too far, you are going to hurt your yield. So I shouldn't say I 100% disagree with what you said, but
I mean, now I'll walk my argument back some too. Whereas like I'm gonna tell you, training's great, man. If you know how to do it and you like doing it, by all fucking means, train your autos, especially the ones from like the really good breeders. Like if that's what gets you off, man, go up there and bend those bitches over, like G3 would say, right? I mean, if that's what gets your grower boner going, then go for it. I'm not here to tell you not to do it. It's an effective technique, and like in a skilled grower's hands, man, it produces amazing results. You can top them, you can mainline them. I mean, I've literally seen people mainline autos. It's every technique is fair game. I just it's not my style. The only thing I can tell you is kind of what I know and what I do. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna.
yeah, but one thing I like about your style is that it's your style. There ain't a lot of people doing it
Yeah.
like that, and I enjoy looking at your plant pictures. I mean, there's something beautiful about like just a natural looking cannabis plant, with that main apical branch, and yeah, it's pretty looking. I mean, perfect Christmas tree. But you know what I mean?
Right. I just love
Yeah.
I love the Christmas trees.
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing. Like, there's a million different ways for anybody to grow, to do anything. So that's like your art, right? Is doing it your way. So that's what it's all about, man.
Oh yeah, couldn't have
Amen,
said it better myself.
dude. And it's like honestly, it's like I said, it's I joke about it, but it's whatever you like to do, whatever you enjoy doing in the garden. I'm more the kind of person who I'm an admirer. I just want to like get lost in thought,
Yeah.
like while I stare at the plants, and I'm like,
Yep.
I find myself like 15, 20 minutes later, like, holy shit, like what was I just, I'll stare at something and just like I get
You're
so
just,
lost in it, man.
yeah. That's what it's all about, man.
And yeah, like the act of bending and twisting and stuff kind of detracts from that a little bit. I don't know. It's just I've done it before. I'm not hating on the training, but like
It's just not for you.
I'm a lazy grower, and in most cases, like, see, another part of it too is observing the natural structure of the plant. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these auto breeders will tend to like select for plants whose side branching is not. It's really not a Christmas tree shape at all. You're talking about like it's still a menorah, as people say, right? Like, but it's just a really tall menorah, and all the side branches just go up really, really tall. And they're only a couple inches lower than the main usually. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like it's a bit of a waste of time. But
Hey, everybody has their own style.
right, if that's right. But yeah. I mean, how many photos have you grown? How experienced are you just growing in general?
You asking me or Mike?
I mean, I know how many you've grown, motherfucker.
How many you've grown?
I just play a grower on Instagram. I don't actually grow.
Like, too many to count. I'd have to
All
like.
right, all right.
So it's been like 7 years, and I don't take a day off. So
Word.
yeah, however many that is. Like right now, I have some Divine Putang, some Chem, some Sour Diesel, drying. I have a freak show that just finished. I have cuts of all those going, and they're all doing something different. So I have in autopots the Divine Putang, and those are going crazy. Nutrients with those. Something
That
every grow that's
you're
different.
cutting off a little bit for me. I don't know. Is that happening? I'm sorry to.
Yeah, it's a little in and out.
Yeah, it was a little choppy there for a sec. I'm sorry, man. Ooh, gotcha.
Uh,
I do have my noise suppression on. Just I do. But yeah, my bad. Proceed. I'm
Nope.
sorry.
All good. Um, so yeah, I just got a bunch of different trains going right now. Autopots crushing it.
Nice. You're on the autopot train. That's good to hear, man. Now, what drew you to that style of growing? I mean, what?
So I just do something different every grow. That way I can kind of talk to everybody about everything because people have questions about everything. Um, Autopots are nice because I don't have to worry about watering. It kind of automates that. I can experiment with a bunch of different nutrients that way. It's harder for me to do any kind of like organic, just water only soil with those. Like you have to really plan for the pot size. Um, but yeah, that's it. I love it. So I just love learning. So doing it all different ways is awesome.
nice. Have you seen that they have the new XXLs? 9 gallon and
Yeah.
13 gal?
Those are perfect. I think if anyone's going to do kind of like the water only soil, just because that way you're guaranteed you have plenty of food that way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as long as you don't veg forever, but
Yeah. Yep.
Truth, man. Well, the autopots make it so easy, man. Like it's almost wrong. I feel like it shouldn't be so easy. You know what I mean?
oh yeah. And especially too, like I'm using air base, air dome. So once you have the oxygen there too, like any strain that is like kind of finicky with water issues, it takes care of that too. So
Yeah.
I mean, so you use the air dome too. That's not. I see. I don't do that. And you're pumping oxygen then into the root zone.
oh yeah, well I have to
Interesting.
try everything. So
Yeah,
I
you
did one
got.
without it, one with
Yeah.
it. So
Nice.
knows.
I mean, so you think the air dome
Oh yeah,
is
way quicker.
effective? Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to get me some. Maybe I'll ask Santa for one of those.
Hell yeah, you know where to find it.
Now, do you guys carry some Autopot stuff on the site?
Oh, fuck yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Yeah, everything,
hell yeah.
everything. So
All right. Well, I mean, we haven't even talked. I mean, so for the all the idiots out there, I mean, you own an online grow emporium, right? And it's mass dash
you're great.
hydro, mass hyphen hydro, right?
Yeah,
Dot com.
stat. All your growing needs. There's still hating on like seed banks and seeds on the website and stuff like that. So to see any seeds, type in seeds and you can find them that way. But all your autopot needs, everything, you know where to find it.
Nice beans too. All right, hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
One stop shop, man. I mean,
That's what it's all about. And you don't get that anywhere. Like, so it's just nice that people don't have to worry about anything. You can go get your seeds, soil, everything, one spot. So,
That
deal with a nice fellow like you.
that's why you're here, man, and that's how like so for those who don't know the story, we just met like what 6 months ago, Mike, right? And you had an event there. Um, I forget what it was all about, but Mass Medical was giving away breeders cuts of some stupid fire, right?
yeah.
Of all bunch of stupid stuff. So uh I made it down. I was like, Mass Hydro in Hamilton. There's a hydroponics store there. I had no idea you guys even existed. It's
Yeah.
so close to my house too. So like um I went down there and I'm looking around and I'm like, dude, holy shit! Like there's like everything here, and the prices are good, and like I'm like, man, this is just fucking awesome. And we just hit it off. We just started talking, and like I just pretty much just told you, like, dude, you're killing it here. This is fucking awesome. Like I just can't believe what I'm seeing. Like, you know, because we talked about it, dude. Like when I go into these other fucking stores, I feel like I'm getting anally raped, and I gotta like, like beg them for like this discount. Like I'm like, dude, like I've spent stupid money here, like, and they don't have everything. And honestly, though, what I think what really sets you apart though is your online storefront. You have your complete inventory available online, right there.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And another thing too is like we do, like you said, we price match guarantee. Everyone does sales. We have no idea what's going on. We do sales here and there. We have, low margins already, but if it comes down to like people getting it from us or Amazon, Jeff Bezos is okay for right now. So we can totally make anything work. So, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, support small guys, man. Amazon, fuck Amazon, honestly.
Yeah.
Fuck Amazon. You know what? Seriously, fuck Amazon. Just for a second. I mean, don't they pay no taxes at all? Zero taxes, for what I understand, like as a business. And like that's absurd since the infrastructure that they use is the internet was developed by DARPA. It's a taxpayer funded project at its core, and so is the highway system, for fuck's sake, which is being abused and deteriorating because of the amount of 18-wheelers. And just fuck Jeff Bezos, man.
Oh, that's how
I
you
like
really
you
feel.
though. I like you though.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. I like you too.
Support small guys, man. It's if at all possible. That's the point. That's why we have you on and not him. I mean, we could have had him on.
Well, technically, he has us on right now. I think Amazon owns Twitch, so.
Ah,
They
god
do.
damn it.
And that's hilarious.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
God,
Yeah.
then actually, I welcome our new overlords, and I am excited to be working for them.
Thank you, Daddy Jeff.
oh,
I want to ride a
oh,
penis
man.
rocket to the moon.
How funny is that? How funny is that shit, man? Well, no, I did kind of want to like get back in, touch back into the auto and training type thing again. Like I feel, that's a subject that people get hot and heated about.
All right.
Like,
I don't know why.
I mean, because people swear you have to do it, man. It's just like one of those things that like when you read about like, growing 101 on whatever website or forum you're on, it's just like it's one of the things that it's assumed literally that you're going to do it. It's like it's so assumed sometimes that like I've seen grow bags with like LST grommets built into them and stuff like that, I mean, it's just it's kind of ingrained in the culture, especially with autos, as if it were, I don't know, something you're supposed to do.
I don't necessarily know if it's exclusive to autos. I kind of feel like in general, training is just one of those things. I mean, like, look, there's just no doubt about it. It's going to increase your yield if you do it right. So, I mean, it makes sense from a standpoint, from coming from that standpoint. But going back to the, like you're saying, it's a heated thing. Like, I don't see, that's the thing I don't get about like growing in general. Like Mike said, there's so many different fucking styles, methods, ways. Like you do you, I do me, and as long as like you're happy with your end result at the end of the day, you're the boss, right? Well,
Right.
the plants are the boss, but you're the boss of you as far as like what you want at the end of the day. And if you're getting what you want with the method you're doing, fucking rock out, man. I would never tell anybody like they have to do anything, like if somebody asked me my opinion, should I train my auto? My opinion is yes. Captain's opinion is no. Like that's how you learn, right? You take bits and pieces from other people and you decipher that and you come up with what you feel is the right way to do things.
Oh yeah, and experiment and don't be too hard on yourself because life's like baseball, right? Like you get up to bat, you're going to strike out most of the time. But the best baseball players know, yep, one of these times, you're going to launch it. So just keep going. If it doesn't work out, try it again.
Keep on swinging.
That's it.
Just don't fucking stand there and take a third strike. Like, God, my
Right?
God, I hate when that happens. But I mean, so I saw it in the chat, and I thought it was pretty funny. There are some people, I think it was Mac Attack who may have said that not training your plants is like only having sex in the missionary position. But I would argue that,
you got
training your plants is a sin against nature, and you should just go with what the all natural method of growing. Like, don't experiment too much, man. Like that shit gets weird.
You're not the only one who feels that way. We have a pretty active member in our community, Reverend Pirate Frog. He likes to go all natural.
Yes, he does.
So,
he does. I have to give Rito, that was a couple lines there from our chat. I got to give credit where credit's due. Some funny shit, guys.
Yeah.
The Reverend Pyre Frog and Mac Attack. But, man, now, LST, okay, like in the traditional sense of like, I don't know, bending them and tying with a green twisty tie to like a grommet in a bag, I don't think that's the way to go. If you're going to do it, go the full fucking 9, okay? Scrog that shit.
Yeah.
Okay? Truly. Like,
yeah.
If you're going to do it, do it. We don't do half measures. It's just not, no bueno.
So
yeah.
In that autopod setup, I have LST clips, topped plants, LST clips, scrog. Perfect.
Nice.
If you're going to do any training, do it before. Trellis is going to be the top layer. You're going to have a nice, even, full canopy, and that's it.
Right on. I mean, dude, I've done it myself with autos and autopots. Extremely effective, man. I mean, I didn't realize at the time that like there ain't no way you're gonna get the trellis off the plants. Like when you harvest, just sacrifice the fucking net, okay? Like cut it. I spent way too long trying to like.
I say the same shit, and like people like, what? I'm like, dude, a trellis net is like $7. Just cut the thing and throw it away. Like I've experimented with the elastic ones that you can like bend and like maneuver and get the collars out, but like, yeah, you have a reusable net, but it's a pain in the fucking ass. No, thank you. Snip, 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 snip. I'll even hang this shit with fucking pieces of netting. I don't give a shit.
I did the same thing. I cut like squares around the plants and then let it dry with the net still attached. I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no way you're gonna like untangle that shit. I mean, truly.
I mean, you could. I've seen people do it and save the trellis net, and I'm like, wow, like really? Like, no way, no, thank you. Time is money, man. Even at like 50 cents an hour, there's no way. Like you could fuck that. Just buy a new one. $7.
True,
I'll tell you what,
man.
and hit me up. Like if you can't afford a new trellis net, I'll send you one. Give me a
yeah. Really could afford one. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. If it's that tough for you and you can't afford the $7 trellis net,
go on over to Mass Hydro and grab one for.
Yeah. Use code CC10. There you go. It says 10% off. Boom.
Grab a new one each round. I mean, you could probably. I mean, I don't know though. If you go on Amazon, you could set up like a reoccurring, like automatic. I get a new scrog net every 4 months.
You can set up a reoccurring thing. It'll be perfect.
And you on yours? Oh, well, your connection connection's getting a little bad there again. But yeah, no, man, that's some cool shit, dude. You gotta support the local guys, especially if you can set up recurring payments. I think you're back now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Back
man.
in what sense?
How's that Panama profit or Colombian profit?
It's
treating you?
fantastic.
Yeah. Word. Well,
Oh yeah.
so dude, if you're gonna go down the route of scrogging your autos, right? You plan on sinning against God and the natural method of growing plants, and you wish to, you just want to get into some dirty, freaky shit. I don't know. Like it's not just missionary for the purposes of procreation. You want to, no, guys, we joke here, but if you're gonna do it early. Do it earlier than you think, in my opinion. And like you're gonna want to do 2 layers of scrog, 2 layers of trellis, and like so. Go on over to Mass Hydro and grab a second trellis net before you even start with the first. Okay, the first one is meant to really like spread the plant out. Okay, the first one is the one that you want to put. I mean, honestly, when I did it with the 6 autos in auto pots, I had it probably 8 to 10 inches from the top of the pots. So that's giving the plant, this till it's this tall or so, and having branches that grow up and out to that point till it's ready to be kind of trained outwards, right? You keep on bending those branches. Yeah, you keep on out, spread it out. But you keep on bending those branches then, like, on one day, the branch will only be so long that it reaches to this square, okay? And then like it'll pop up through that square. If there's free space, man, then keep on bending it. Like the next day, just grab that top. It's still going to be flexible. Bend the top back and put it in the next square, okay? And try to get every single square in your net filled up. That first net. It's a challenge. It really is. So you have to like, because you'll bend the top into, I don't know. You have to kind of look at your scrog as like quadrants or sextants if you're doing 6 plants like I did. And you have to, you bend those main branches out to like the corners of the quadrant. And then you let the side branches kind of fill out in the other squares, right? I'm just going to keep doing this motion all night, up and out, up and out. Man, it was fun. Honestly,
one thing
it was kind of
too,
fun now that I'm looking back
before I
on
forget, you should keep in
Doing
mind
that
when
freaky
buying
shit.
trellis nets is the size of the squares.
Mm.
They come in multiple sizes. So like in the early stages, you'd probably want if you're gonna do the dual layer, right? You'd want bigger squares. Kind of spread it out a little bit more, right? And then as it gets to the top, I like to go with I think it's 3-inch or 3.5-inch squares. I forget.
You mean like
Yep,
so
go to a 3.5. Perfect.
Yeah.
And a lot of times if you get a dual trellis kit, they'll give you one net that has like a 5-inch squares, right? And one that has like 3-inch squares or something like that.
Makes sense.
I put the one with like the smaller squares, okay? Like where there's more squares across the whole net on the bottom layer.
Well, if you think about that logically, right? It's going to be way harder to try to fill that many squares at the bottom when the plant's so small. Because you're going to get more side branching and more branching from the branching as the plant gets older. So it'll be a lot easier to fill the top layer with the smaller squares as opposed to the other way around.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, it works either way. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look, everybody knows that it's
I
how
guess
every
I
grower I
thought about
run
it
is
wrong. Yeah.
with scrogs. I'm a big believer in them. Not only are they gonna, you know, spread things out, give you a better yield, but help support them heavy gals that want to tip over.
Yeah, my I guess that does make sense. I mean, my thought process was that like there's more squares on the bottom, so I'd be able to like utilize more of that net on that first initial phase of
When you
training.
put it like that, the
Most
logic makes
important.
sense. So, it's gonna, like
Wow.
you said, it's gonna work either way.
And then this the second trellis layer with like the bigger squares, that's mainly just used for like support at the like developing colas, and I don't know. You can still kind of weave, and you can duck and weave a little bit as they're uh,
Yeah.
stretching. In that into that
Yeah.
second layer, you can still do a little bit of weaving. So like, I don't know. I guess it's six of one, half a dozen of the other.
Mm-hmm.
You got a good argument for why the bigger squares should be on the bottom. Then don't write me a long-winded direct message on Instagram. Just go elsewhere. I don't want to hear it. I'm just playing. I'll humor you. I'll talk back. We can argue.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you can't, nobody in this fucking in cannabis in particular, there's so many different ways to do things. I can't like I'll if somebody's doing something and it's like blatantly wrong or like doesn't make any sense, I might say something, but like I kind of just try to embrace everybody's jam. I look at it like art, like Mike said, like you do you, I do me. I mean, dude, have you guys ever seen that dude on Instagram, Stunted what the hell is it, Stunted Autos or whatever his name is, or
Did all this. That's funny.
Stunted something or other? He does autos and shot glasses and shit. And
Holy shit.
he like yeah, he does some pretty cool shit though. He like arranges them like based on size, and he grows like these little tiny buds.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat will come up with his name. I forget his name, but he does some pretty cool shit. I enjoy checking out his page. It's art for him. He truly
It
is like art for him, and yeah. So I mean, people make fun of him, like like dude, like what the fuck are you doing? You're growing like in shot glasses, basically. Like, are you fucking kidding me? But like he does it, and he pulls it off, and he does some pretty cool shit.
And you just got to get over that. There's 8 billion people in the world. Like, not everybody's going to like you. So you just got to kind of, like, get the fuck it out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know how I feel honestly when I see a plant in a shot glass, or like a container that it's like not supposed to be in. Honestly, you know how I feel? I feel like I'm like looking at one of those overcrowded chicken coops with like a bunch of like dirty, angry, scared birds just like all cooped up, and they're like got no space to roam. Like, I want free range roots, man. I don't need that shit cooped up in a little cage like that. That feels to me like more of a sin against nature than bending your plants over and trying to do
Yeah,
it
I mean,
from behind.
go check out his page. I'll send you a link to his page. I think once you see what he's doing here, you'll appreciate him more, because
I know. I
he's
kid. I
actually
kid.
doing it like art, like legit art. And yeah, I
I know.
personally think it's kind of a joke, but
Dude, there is an art to it, and like a kind of bonsai type of thing, and it's you can do it, man. Like, and more power to you, man. If you can do that shit organically, my God, I don't even know if that would be possible, but
Yeah, you're
so
water.
it's a cool experiment. I sympathize with the plants a little bit when I see them, like, oh, what could have been if only you were given free range.
you could have been somebody.
If only you were allowed to spread your wings. That motion again, I know. Well, so man, I want to talk a little bit about like getting how'd you get set up in the biz? Like, is that just like you had the idea one day, you had got
Yeah.
some investors, some funding, you went for it, or
Nope. It's
life
all me.
savings?
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically. So I don't know. Like I always
heck, man.
like wanted to. Like I love it. I love plants. They've helped me a lot. Like I always struggled with mental health, anxiety, and stuff. So plant helped me there. And then like 10 years ago now, I had a really bad accident. I broke my back. A bunch of other bones. It's a story for another day. But weed helps a lot. So that's why like I'll outsmoke any of you, like just period. Um,
I
and
accept your challenge, good sir.
yeah,
We
and
shall
it. Oh, we'll do it. We'll get it in.
an official duel smoke off. No, I bet you could, man. I mean, so that
Yeah, but
you feel like it's great for pain, huh?
for everything,
Yeah.
and not just like consuming, but then also like growing any plant, I think is fantastic for anybody's mental health. Um, so when you can combine the two, whether it's food or medicine, I think there we go. Um, I just think that's what it's all about. And, like I could give people anything. And in my head, then it's all like the fish and fishing idea. Like I could give people a fish or I could teach them how to go fishing. So, 5 years ago now, I made a vision board and it was on my vision board. And then a year ago, we opened the doors. So, um, that's it.
I love hearing that it's just like a passion and
Yeah.
yeah, it's of course it's about money, it's a business, you want it to succeed, but
We
like
don't
you're a
want to
dude
live.
who loves the plant. You've grown, like you said, more than you can count, and it feels like almost a natural extension of that.
Oh yeah, exactly. I just think it's super important, and it's way cheaper than going to a dispensary anywhere. And you know exactly what is in anything if you grow it yourself. So it's like I don't think it gets any better than that. So
One of the one of the best benefits of having your own supply, man, is you know exactly what went into it, how it was treated. You know that it wasn't sprayed with anything that it shouldn't have been. You know that, man, there's just so many bad practices out there. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. That's one of the things that like used to freak me out more than anything. Because you get some sketchy shit out there on the black market, dude. Back in the day, I've gotten moldy weed. I mean, shit, weed that I know was sprayed with something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
uh,
You know how much
and
Eagle 20 we've all probably smoked?
yeah, and even
uh,
too, and in like states that are kind of like transitioning. Like I was just in Florida like a month ago, and they're like just now like decriminalized, legal, kind of going that way. But you go to any smoke shop, and all you need is just a certificate, and they can sell weed right there. And half the weed looks like it would make you sick, but it's just you have tourists coming from wherever. Yeah, people are just going to sell people whatever and just make a buck and keep it moving. So it's like, just be careful anywhere. The best way to do anything, grow it yourself.
amen. A fucking man. Now,
That's gross,
dude,
though.
say it again.
That's gross, though. Like, you know what I mean? These places sound like, disgusting fucking weed. Yeah.
Bucks an eighth, and the dude's like 23, and there's no one else in the fucking building, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Right,
Like, yeah,
dude.
24/7. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
Crazy.
right. Today, actually, believe it or not, I had to go to a dispensary. Dun, dun, dun. Um, I'm going. I'm going on a vacay. I'm going on a vacay to Mexico. As
Oh,
many of you know, this is the last show till the new year. So yeah, enjoy, guys. Happy New Year too. And but yeah, in any case, I'm not bringing fucking flour, dude. Like, I mean, as much as like I'd love to be able to bring down my own supply of like delicious, organic, homegrown medicine that like I made myself and shit, I got terps that would pair so well with some of these frozen drinks I'm about to have down in the Caribbean, man, but like I can't. So I had to go grab some carts. Some fucking little carts, right? Thought process is I'm bringing like an e-cigarette with nicotine in it, a little one of those little like liquid pens, that sort of thing. I'm going to have that in my bag. They're virtually indistinguishable from one another. I mean, how would one know that a certain cart is a nicotine liquid and not something else, right? It's just
Just this you should ask this girl. I think her name is Brittany Griner.
you motherfucker. No, I know. So like that's
yeah.
right. I knew you were gonna go there probably, but so I don't think right. And I could be wrong. I may end up in a cartel
No, I
prison
don't think.
or
Here's
but
the thing: flying out, you're gonna be fine, and they're not gonna be checking your shit when you get like.
I
It's not gonna,
truly, man, like there's no fucking way that like
Russia and Mexico are two different
two big
places.
different places. Yeah. And it's as a little tourist, like I mean, so what if, right? Like the what if they do like, this the red light goes off at customs and God forbid I have to like get my bag searched or something. It's like, dude, in all likelihood, they're just gonna want like a bribe. Here's
Yeah,
like $50. Here's $100. Give me my shit back. Like I'm trying to fucking. I mean, I don't know. I do feel like in a lot of ways too, they want you to support the local economy, like we were saying. They want you to come down empty-handed and have to buy some of the local product. And man, I'm
I
not
want to
down with
count on
that
that
shit.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't want to count on it because you always get ripped off. They always try to give you, man, it's awful. Some of the stuff I've gotten is awful. But I'm gonna be chilling. It's nothing more really than just kind of. I mean, I'll be honest with you. It's for like avoiding withdrawal symptoms while I'm on vacation. It can happen. I don't want to lose my appetite with the fucking all you can eat buffet.
yeah. You want to go down on that shit, rip and baked, and
Yeah,
chow
Yeah.
away.
exactly. So I'm just, I know it's a little bit of a risk, man. You roll the dice, but like it's fucking life.
Yeah, you'll be
Fucking
fine.
life. I don't know. Also, don't tell anyone, but I'm going down there to consult for the cartels. Me and El Chapo are gonna be talking autoflowers, and they want to know how to get another harvest or two in per year, and they're counting on old Captain to get them to the finish line. I'm just kidding. No.
Or-
Am I though? Am I? I don't know. You tell me. Tell me.
Fucking
We'll send you some bags.
uh well yeah, so let's talk more about your grow style, dude. Like you mentioned auto pots. You
Oh yeah.
mentioned, kind of experimenting, doing that
Yep.
kind of stuff. But what like organic or synthetic? Is that or both? Whatever suits your fancy.
Yeah, both. Like I experiment with everything, but if there's like a preferred method, organic. You can't beat it. I think you get a way better flavor. Um, yeah, it's just something to be said for that. It can be harder depending on like what you're trying to do and how long you're trying to do things. But definitely worth it.
Dude, I
So
agree with that. I mean, you ain't gonna get any argument from me over here. And I'm like I said, a flavor man. And it's if I can grow the maybe a little bit harder of a method, some people would say, to achieve a tastier end product, then by God, I'm going to do that. But
yeah,
Monster might disagree, dude. I mean,
I think if you incorporate some organics into your synthetics, you can get the best of both worlds.
yeah. Do you like a
um,
little organic?
That's how I roll. I've always I would never sit here and tell you to like, because I'm an Athena grower, right? And they have this thing, trust the program. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you, don't trust the program. Um, do your like, if you're growing with salts and you're not putting some sort of organic inputs into your shit, then you're only cheating yourself. Because you will end up with weed that's just not going to taste that great. I mean, it's going to be okay, and it'll taste pretty good, but it's not going to have the flavor you're really truly looking for, unless you input some organic inputs. Speaking of that, actually, I kind of wanted to transition something I've been experimenting with, in my cocoa pots is build a soil sulfur. So
Okay.
So I've been mixing and incorporating that a little bit into my pots when I up pot from my solo cups to my 5 gals and get ready to go in the auto pots. And I've run the same cut multiple times over and over and over again, and I've never had better flavor than I have incorporating the build a soil
oh
sulfur
man.
into my cocoa.
Well, is it like a stinky sulfur, like like rotten eggs type of deal?
It's a wettable powder, um, and it's pretty inexpensive. Um, a friend of mine actually gave me a bag. He told me to try it. He says he wanted to see what I thought, and man, I'm sold. I'll be I'm on the I'll be on the build a soil train picking up that those bags of wettable sulfur. And here's the thing about wettable sulfur too. I don't know if you guys know, it's a great IPM, right? So it has multiple uses. Definitely not something you want to spray in flour ever. You don't want sulfur on your buds and flour, but for veg, like kind of like as like your last ditch, spray before you go in flour, perfect.
Word.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, that's not something I hear a lot of people talk about, to be honest. I mean, the sulfur thing, but I think it's a micronutrient. I
Yeah.
wouldn't even classify it as that. Is it? It's
No, I think you're right there.
is it a micronutrient even? Like, is
I'm
it
not even
something the
sure to be
plant
honest.
even like? I don't think it's something the plant needs for growth,
No,
and that
but
it'll show deficiencies without it. But it certainly does like help it develop whatever the plant, the flavors, man.
yeah.
That's
Well, I'm pretty sure if you look at products like Terpinator and other things, like I think the main thing in those products is sulfur. Um,
Yeah,
so
especially the hater.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Terminator has
it,
sulfur in it, and a lot of those
yeah,
other kind of like, I mean, that's
terpinancers.
not like a ripening agent. It's a terpinator. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
And it's made for like a synthetic type system, and they're just like, here's some sulfur. Add that to your
Yeah.
system, and I
Hey,
mean, it
hey,
makes sense, dude.
Terpinator works. I've used it before,
Absolutely. If you're growing
and
that,
yeah. So there's other products out there too that can I think um actually Microbe Life. Shout out to Microbe Life. They have a pretty good product, Terps Plus, that I've also been experimenting with. I can't tell you definitively whether or not it works because I haven't had a harvest with it yet. But um, so yeah, there's lots of other products out there though and if you do a little research into sulfur, some people say the same thing, and it's cheap too. Like I think the 5 pound bag of it was I don't know, Mike. You must have it at your store, probably like $30 or something. Like it's not.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. They got shout out to Builder Soil and obviously Mass Hydro. That's the other thing. You guys got everything. They got all the Builder Soil shit. Like there's times I've had friends that like, yeah, they're out of stock at Builder Soil, but yep, they got it at Mass Hydro. So
Yep.
yeah.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
You got. I mean, that's what's up. You got like the little like hidden supply of all the good shit.
All the hidden gems. Oh yeah, if
Yeah.
it's hard, you usually find Mass Hydro. So
Here's what I like the most about your store though. I'm like, oh, you don't have that? Yeah, I could get it for you. Whatever you need, I got it. Like so, I'm like, yeah, man. Like, what was it? The 3x3 flood trays. I'm like, yeah, I need a couple of 3x3 flood trays. I don't have them, but I'll grab them. Boom. And then you guys watched me, dude. Literally took me an hour to get those things into my car. I did the math, right? And I measured everything. I'm like, yeah, they'll fit, but it's just like one of those things until you actually get them in.
like
You know,
just yeah,
I drive a small car, so like to try to put those in there, yeah,
fun.
it was challenging, but I got them in. Got them in. It took me about an hour. I got them in. Out.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, whatever you need. If we don't have it, we'll make it happen. So
You got whatever you need. Whatever you
Yep.
need. You need a tow? I can get you a tow. Get you
no,
by 3:00, 3 p.m. I got you.
The fuck.
Is that the Big Lebowski?
Yeah. I watched that on the plane. On the
Yeah,
way
that's
down the
right.
coast.
That's right. That's
Great
what made me
fucking
think of it, I think. Man, no, there's a lot of competition out there. Let's go down that road a little bit. A lot of
Sure.
grow stores, dude. I mean, I get shit. I think I like at one point gave my email to Grow Generation. I get fucking text messages from these guys every single day. Every single day.
And there's something to be said for that. Like better word of mouth, but then it's like we try not to even do things like that because that's annoying. But yeah,
I have to say it is, man. But
yeah, GrowGen's a big one. Amazon can be a big one, but
Amazon's, yeah, they're a competitor too, dude. I can't believe that shit. They're in
oh
the
yeah,
grow game.
They're
it's
in
it's
every game.
it's a lot of people's like mentality is Amazon's like the cheapest, and sometimes, but a lot of times the shipping price is worked into their price. So when they say free shipping, yeah, it's free shipping, but it's more expensive now and you're just used to it being cheaper. So like half the stuff is already cheaper than Amazon anyways. And there's no grow gens around, and the only other grow store anywhere in the North Shore. I try not to say anything negative because they're good guys, but I just don't think they do as good of a business that the people want. So it's like I know there were times like I needed certain soil and they didn't have it. So if you don't have it, I'm just gonna do it. So we're fucking doing it, man.
Hearing that, dude. Like, listen, I come from a place where there's none. Okay, like we have mom and pop gardening centers, and that's it.
Yep.
Like, and I go into these places sometimes, and I'm like, excuse me, Ruth. I'm just reading the name tag. I'm like, do you have any Fox Farm Ocean Forest or Happy Frog Soil or Coast of Maine Stonington blend? And it's just like, I know they're looking at me like, this dude ain't growing peppers, Dude ain't growing tomatoes with this. I know I've seen lots of people with dreadlocks coming in asking for this weird Fox Farm Ocean Forest soil. That's what Ruth says when she goes home, talks to her husband. What happened at work today, Ruth? I said, one more of these dreadlocked kids comes in and asks for this weird soil that we don't carry. I don't understand.
Farm anyway.
What is Oh, it's so funny, but that's how I felt, man. Like they don't know what I'm, they got it's all different stuff too. It's like the same stuff, but it's different stuff. I don't know if that makes sense. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
you want the brands that you're familiar with from the companies you trust. Like, I mean, shoot, dude, you carry Build a Soil. That right there speaks for itself, like I mean, now I can't, like, I'll have to do like maybe biannual kind of ordering from them because it's a lot to ship, dude. You
Yeah.
get like soil from them, it's a lot to ship.
Yep. We ship soil. It can be a lot, but
I imagine
depending
if
on where you
if it's cheaper, if it's closer to where you're at, it's cheaper to ship the soil. Simple as that, right? All right. Well, that's what I'm going to be doing after is inputting my address into your website, seeing how much this Build a Soil shipping costs. Because, dude, it costs more for the shipping than it does for the soil if I were to order it from them.
And that's even something that a lot of people don't even factor in. So when you get it from us, we pay a lot of the shipping. So it's like if it comes from like, whatever manufacturer or like sometimes that's the other thing too with Amazon. Amazon's just a platform. So like half of ours even like a lot of our suppliers sell on Amazon too. So and it's like awesome. Like we get our stuff from you and you kind of compete with us. So yeah, like we pay. Yeah, shipping's crazy.
It's
So we do
insane.
the because we even like, don't tell people this, but tell people this. Like our shipping calculates everything right now is fitting in like one tiny ass box. So sometimes it's like, multiple boxes or something. We kind of eat the extra cost if it's, within reason. But yeah, anything that we can like do to make shipping
Oh
better because
man,
it's
what a pain! I know. No, and that's awesome. Actually, I mean, like truly, it's the thing that prohibits me from like ordering the soil from Build a Soil is the shipping rates. Truly, and that's why like and for me, soil has been one of the things it's like always a pain in my ass, and that's why I've subjected myself to going around to the different family-owned garden centers and like asking for products that they either don't know about or have in stock, but like they know what you're there for, sort of thing. It's just, I don't know.
Go in there and ask for
Don't
some
ask, don't
M3.
tell.
See what they say. I want to see what they say.
M3? What's that?
M3.
M3? Oh, the
Yeah.
Michigan mix? Or...
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even think they would know that, man. But that's
Exactly.
like,
It's funny. Back in the day, that one was like it was the marijuana mix, right? The
the
M3. Like,
marijuana mix.
yeah.
Well, but it's like it speaks to me that like you stock products that like people want and brands that people want. It's just, man, I wish I had you guys in my state. If it I
who
mean,
knows?
get in now before it goes, home grow's coming, I'm telling you.
Hell yeah.
No,
A
if you
little bit
follow
south.
if you follow the money, I think that Breck's not too far behind in PA with homegrown. So
All right, well, hey, I'll be a franchisee.
Fuck, we'll make something happen.
It'd be cool, man. It'd be cool, but no, it's the state truly like it needs some true hydro stores. Few and far between. Few and far between, and they're not anything that's all that great anyway. So
yeah,
I
man.
imagine it's coming, but
Everybody needs a mass hydroponics. Honestly, like I'm still blown away by this, and the store's not that big. either, which is
No,
impressive. Like you have everything like stacked up to the fucking ceiling. Um, you know,
but it's all
it is. It's organized chaos. It's like everything. Like you know, it's pretty funny actually. Like when you walk in, it's like you have that like aisle around the store, and you just walk around. And it's like there's a mountain of products fucking everywhere. Yeah, you definitely there's an art to that. But yeah, no,
Are
like everything.
will you ship anywhere?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
worldwide.
We shipped stuff so far to all 50 states and I think 11 different countries last time I checked. So
I mean, I guess you can't ship to certain countries, but just like,
yeah,
why would
yeah.
they order from a place that's so far away to begin with? If I mean, but again, it's like access to certain stuff, dude. The products, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just simply can't find reliable
There's
growing
not.
products.
Yes,
Dude, I know. It's access to these things, I think,
and
to
the only reason to
struggle.
have even more in like it's shipping. So
I might just be like find myself driving up to Massachusetts for like a once a year type of restocking
Yeah,
situation. That's what
fucking
I should do.
bring a van, man. You could do the van thing, you know.
That's what I should do, man. So like, get get pulled over on the way back. It's just like, but you got all this Fox Farm Happy Frog soil for? I've heard about that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's not illegal to have soil, sir, is it? I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what. I'm just growing peppers. I swear. No. If you think about those things, they tend to happen. That's how I live my life, guys. I just,
yeah.
you know,
You made
don't
the
worry
bet.
about it, and it's not going to manifest.
Amen, bro.
So the art of getting caught is sometimes a little more involved than just that. But if they want to know my one secret, it's really that. It's really that. It's just don't worry, and you won't manifest. But shit, man. Let's talk about your favorite strains that you've grown or have
Hell,
smoked. Like that's a cool thing to talk about. What do you
hell
like?
yeah. One of my favorites, sour diesel. Can't can't find that anywhere. Um, just great, throwback. Any chem crosses I like a lot right now. I have some curing up right now. Very excited. Super gassy.
Yeah.
And then just anything that's pretty, like the Divine Putang that I'm growing right now. It's got like just a really nice purple. Purple's my favorite color, so I fuck with that.
Nice, brother.
Hell yeah!
I noticed
Absolutely.
you fuck with a lot of mass medical stuff.
Yeah, that's I also we're trying to support as many like Massachusetts breeders and everything that we can. And he's a homie too, so he does a lot to
Yeah.
help a lot of growers. So it's great to kind of work together. So, but yeah, I can't grow enough plants. So
Yeah, we all have that problem.
That's the truth. Never enough space to grow as many
no,
plants as you want, too.
No.
and if you get more space, it's more plants.
Now, are you a guy who likes variety? Do you polycrop or do you monocrop typically?
Polycrop. I always had different strains, and I will keep some strains for maybe like a couple runs, but I don't really keep anything long term. Too many seeds.
Hmm. Yeah, it's funner for you to just find the next one, right?
Too many seeds, man.
4 years ago now, and it's like you just gotta pop them.
You do. I mean, I'm I sympathize with that a lot, man. I mean, I got more beans than I could ever pop in my collection. It's,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
it's
But
such a good problem to have, though.
Yeah, it's fun opening the vault and looking in and be like, all right, like, what am I
Oh,
gonna crack today? Like, yeah. I mean, shit, man, that's half the fun, right? Like,
yeah,
and we like ordering these things and having them and collecting them, and I feel like that um, there needs to be a little bit more popping of said beans. Um,
yeah,
it's funny because people keep sending me links to seeds. Like everybody knows I love the Pure Michigan, right? So I forget who it was. Sent me a link to the Pure Michigan autos, and I'm like, hey man, that's cool. But like honestly, like I made an admission of mine a while ago to stop buying beans, and ironically, I keep acquiring more. Um, because I got a lot of breeder friends and people that fucking hook it up, and you run into people and they're like, hey, try these, try these, try these. So it's like, man, I got more beans than I know what to do with. But here's a PSA: pop them things, man. Pop them bitches. You know?
I
Yeah.
yeah,
mean, so like beans don't last forever, do
They
they?
don't. They did. Well, that's. I mean, they're no, not forever, obviously, right? But if you store them right in a cool, dark, dry place, dry being the key word, you can keep them quite a while. And there's things you can do too, to kind of manipulate the seeds to crack the ones that get calloused and don't want to. Some will be more successful than others, and some might not be at all. Um, but yeah, but that's all the more reason. Pop them fucking beans, man. Pop, you paid for them, right? Or like somebody gave them to you with the intention of you to grow them, grow them out.
yeah,
I guess with autos, you have no choice, right? Like there is no cloning in the auto game, so you're gonna be running through those things. But um, you know, before you think about buying more, pop what you got. You know, you bought them because or acquired them, right? Because you wanted them. Pop them, pop them
yeah.
things. Yeah, I see these pictures of these massive seed collections, and I'm like, man, that's fucking epic.
Me,
Um,
dude.
yeah.
They
Oh
get
yeah,
That's
around.
dude,
me,
your Captain's bean collection is off the chain.
dude. I just
Mac had
got a
Mac,
problem.
Mac had a bunch too. Yeah,
I
I've
got a
been just trying to
serious,
pop them.
serious problem.
Yeah, I think I told you I used to like ordering seeds, just to see like what I would get for freebies. Like it was like all right, like kind of like the
Yeah,
lottery, right?
yeah,
So
I mean, the
I
Mephisto
get
freebies are so fun, man. That's like amazing to see what you get with those.
yeah.
Some of these auto breeders, that's like the buried treasure in the shipment. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm actually growing out a freebie that I've kept in my stable for a while. Camberlay from Exotic Genetics. It's a really good, strawberries and cream crossed with GMO, and
Mm.
I don't ever want to part with it. So I'm gonna keep fucking with that shit. You know?
yeah, like,
Dude, I
Yeah.
saw. I mean, even though like you said, I have a massive collection. I'm like, I saw. I was so close. Like, I don't even want it. Like, dude, I'm guilty. I bought more seeds. I did. I truly did because I saw a drop that I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pull the trigger on that pack of beans. What? Gotta have it. Gotta get in. You
Uh,
know,
Man,
FOMO.
hell yeah! Especially with autos, right? Like it's a lot of time or certain
I
breeders, it's one and
swore I
done,
wouldn't do it. I
right? So
swore
like,
I wouldn't.
yeah. No,
I
I
relapsed.
I know the feeling, man. You just want to like fucking just want them, right? Fucking buy
yeah,
them beans. Fuck it. Support your breeders. Buy them beans. Forget everything
yeah.
I just said. I'm
Buy them.
high as
Well,
shit.
I mean, they don't
Listen,
last forever, like you said. I mean, it does. Like, I mean, buy them, but pop them at the same time. And if you're not, I mean, I guess I truly need to do like a big bean giveaway. I do. And guys, like, hold me to it, because just I I need to give them away. I only have so much space, and just yeah. So we'll do some kind of contest. You know, be
Hell
like
yeah, that's
win Ben Stein's money, but it'll be like win Captain's auto seeds or something.
Whoa, there's a throwback reference. Holy shit,
You
dude.
remember that show? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, so I mean, yeah, but I had to do it, man. I saw a cross, you know what I mean, and I'm just like, oh, you know what? That sounds fucking fire. I'm just gonna do it.
hell
Yeah,
yeah. Live
I'm
your life.
pathetic. I'm a helpless bean addict.
Oh, Mike, one question I wanted to ask you actually. This has been I don't know
Answer.
why it took me so long. So, like, what would you say, obviously every day you have challenges, struggles, right? Those fires you got to put out, shit that's going on. Not literal fires, that's just a figure of speech, but um like what would you say the number one challenge in having, you know, a brick and mortar hydroponic stores?
Um, I guess having more people know about you, like just the awareness that you're even there. Because
Yeah.
one that we still get all the time is even like customers that like still come in regularly. They're like, so like no one knows you're here. Like so many people don't know you're here. Like I'm talking to whoever and they had no idea, and I'm just like, awesome, keep spreading the word. Um, that's
That's
probably
like,
then people are also super surprised because then they're like, oh, it's in Hamilton. But here's the thing, because of where we are, that's what allows us to ship everywhere. So, and it's a nice middle spot, so it works.
Yeah, I
And
mean you're real close to me and all my operations, so it's convenient for me, you know. And I like it, for those of you who don't know, Hamilton's a nice little homey town and nice people. If you want, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan, but there's a Dunkin' Donuts right next door. You can get yourself some shitty coffee. And yeah, I mean, look,
there's a Cumberland Farms. Their coffee's even better. So,
hell yeah, 99 cents, brother.
yeah.
Yep. Love the Cumberland Farms coffee. Sorry. Pour it myself because I drink it black anyway, but like you can't really fuck up black coffee. But a lot of times that shit at Dunkin's, it's like fucking burnt and gross.
Yeah,
And
it's old and yeah, don't go to the one next door. Go to the Cumberland Farms. It's 2 seconds.
Mhm.
It's
and a third of the price.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Um yeah, just because Hamilton's kind of like horses and like uppity, so it's like not
shit.
so much people like honestly, people think we're like a weed store a lot. Like we had an older woman come in today and she was talking just, other plant stuff. So we'll help anyone grow anything. But
Yeah.
yeah, she started talking and then stopped halfway through and she's like, this isn't for weed. I'm like, we'll help you grow anything. Like it's organic soil. It doesn't,
It
you
doesn't
know.
judge what plant you put in
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like people sometimes, see hydroponics and kind of see like some bad stuff and it's like, okay. But yeah, that's it.
I think that's the challenge that all kind of local small businesses face, man. It's just exposure, getting the word out, like it's truly. But if you just keep doing your thing, dude, like
Oh yeah.
providing providing the selection of products you do with
Yep.
the level of support, customer service that you do, I mean, and then coming on, little rinky dink shows like this doesn't hurt either, and I imagine. But no, man, I mean, just word gets out is what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying. I mean, I'm already, dude, like I said, I'm going to be checking that shipping price as soon as this show's over because I am on the East Coast and there are products that like I would have already had in my supply if it wasn't like I'm just not going to pay for shipping like that straight up.
And I have no problem to like again criticizing Build a Soil shipping because they and I hope that they hear this, they need to like step that up. I feel like they dropped the ball a lot. We're still waiting on stuff from like our Black Friday deal, and we ordered like stuff for Black Friday way before like ever any Black Friday stuff. So it's like it's on the way, it's coming. But yeah, no, we deal with plenty of like the shipping issues so that you guys don't have to. And half the time we send it out better than we get it. So
Right on.
hell
Right
yeah, it's all
on, man.
taking care of the growers.
I mean, truly, truly. I can respect that a lot, man. I feel that calling too, you know, like I want to just guide people on like the right path, knowledge, information, that sort of thing. And Monster's the same way. You know,
People.
the right products to use is all part of that though. And having access to those things is all, dude, it's part of the struggle. Like I said, I've dealt with it myself. I'll tell you what, one of the things like I was truly never able to find, and I did have to resort to finding on Amazon, but they didn't have for the longest fucking time, okay? Like it was just a thing that wasn't available. Pot elevators. Like,
For
I don't know why.
Days. Got them.
That's what's up, man. I couldn't find them for fucking ever, and I had to like use the weirdest thing. I was using my wife's little Tupperware dish, like turned over. She's like, "Honey, have you seen that Tupperware dish? I want to put some leftovers." I don't know. I haven't seen it at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, like dude, things are crazy. Like things that again hard to find.
Simplest little things hung me up.
Anything. Did you know that there's a nationwide CO2 shortage?
No, why?
I don't know. I don't make fucking rules, man. But there is.
What?
So
CO2 shortage?
Oh yeah.
I thought we had like more of that than we fucking need up in the atmosphere. Ain't there shit?
Like I don't know.
You know, it's funny you mentioned CO2. I ran into a guy at Emerald Cup and we chatted it up for a little bit. He distributes CO2. Maybe I'll reach out and ask him, hey, what's the deal with this CO2? Yeah, that's odd.
The great CO2 shortage of 2022.
Oh, yeah. Just because for us to even like offer like CO2 tanks, we had to go out and
we lost you.
Yeah, man. Your connection is not good. Not good at all. I'm just gonna have to say we are gonna wrap it up at this point, folks. We are gonna wrap her up. All right.
Yeah, it's getting a little late anyway. Pushing close to 2 hours here.
Getting a little late. But no, Mass Hydro. If you are out, oh, there he is. I see you. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Connection is not good. But listen, I am coming on your site as soon as this show's done. I encourage everyone out there, do the same. We have a coupon code for you even too. For some products. You wouldn't get a sale on otherwise, I imagine. So there's a reason in and of itself to go check it out. And plus, you're a fucking decent dude. And yeah, we really appreciate you coming on, man. It's been a pleasure, my friend.
Hell yeah. Good to see you guys. Good to chill for a bit.
It was. And you have a Merry Christmas.
You too.
A Happy New Year. And
days.
And whatever else you like to celebrate.
Yeah, whatever else. And
Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus for the rest of us. And yeah, thank you again. We are fans of what you do, my friend, and I hope to run into you again at the next Freedom Fest. So keep in touch, man. So adios, guys. Until next time. Well, That'll be next year. I'll be way too tan, I promise. I get very tan. So I'll see you. See you in January. Happy New Year, guys. Toodles. Don't get
Happy New
caught.
Year.
Nice.
Yeah.